Hey, what's good, my good peeps? It's your boy PC Williams coming to y'all live again. Allow me to first welcome y'all to the very first episode of 1K Sports Uncut 360 edition. This is where we give the fans a chance to speak their mind and voice their opinion about what they're thinking about what's going on in sports, current events, sports history, their team, their favorite player, etc. Once again, I am your host, PC Williams, and before we get started, just want to give y'all a trip down memory lane. Well, as you all know, it's the NC2A tournament time, and a lot of memories, a lot of flashbacks, heartbreaks going on this time of year. I want to take y'all back 40 years, from this time where two young men squared off in the NC2A championship game. Some guy named Irvin Johnson and some guy named Larry Bird. They squared off in Salt Lake City, and Magic Johnson's Michigan State Spartans were the better team over Larry Bird's Indiana State Cyclones. The MVP of the tournament in that game itself was Magic Johnson, who averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Larry Bird was not too shabby himself. He reigned in 19 points and 13 rebounds. Little did we know that night in Salt Lake City was the start of one of, if not the greatest NBA rivalry of all time. Like I said, y'all, we always start off with a little history. Got a good show for y'all. Got a special guest host coming in from Boston named Bit Ryan Wright. He'll be joining me via Skype. We also have our very first fan duel battle between two rattlers, my man Donald Reed, my man Alfred Smith. And the debate would be LeBron James or Kobe Bryant. We got my man Donald Reed in the gold corner representing Team Kobe, and we have Alfred Smith in the purple corner representing Team LeBron. So, like I said, y'all, it's 1K Sports, uncut, unbiased, unfiltered, unapologetic. Here we go. Welcome you all to the very first episode of 1K Sports Uncut 360 edition. And I got a very special guest in the house tonight, man. Beantown's finest, one of the best dudes I know from Beantown. My man, Bit Ron Wright, live from Boston. What's happening, Bit Dude?
How you doing, man? How's everything?
Everything is lovely, man. Hey, you know what? It's your world. It's all about Boston right now, man. Y'all kings of the world right now, man. Got the Patriots. The Red Sox just won it. Everything going good up there in Boston.
And them Bruins boys is looking all right, too.
Oh, my God, the Bruins. Damn, I got the Bruins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just own it, man. It's like right now, what's it like to be a sports fan in Boston right now, man?
Oh man, I mean it's exciting. I mean it's a lot of different takes in how you look at it. I mean I grew up a big Red Sox, big Patriots fan. Revolution and all that. But in my house we was always Laker fans. So being diehard Laker fans in the city of Boston ain't easy. But I got to see 5 championships for my favorite player in my lifetime. So and none of my friends could say that. So it's definitely a privilege being a sports fan here for sure. They're very spoiled, very spoiled. But we hope when there's another one coming with the Bruins and the Red Sox is geared up for another one. So.
Like you a Boston guy, a Boston fan, and you guys have a reputation all around the world as ravaged, like you said, spoiled, entitled, kind of cocky, arrogant. From your perspective, living in Boston, what is the typical Boston fan like? Really, honestly.
Rowdy, obnoxious, unappreciative in a lot of ways. I say that, and obviously I don't have. There's no love for the Celtics, but the reality of it is you have guys that will have, whether it be a good career here or a good stint here, and the second they do something wrong, the media and a lot of the fans that don't know no better, they turn on them. And that's part of the reason why a lot of players, frankly can't play here. You had the issue with Carl Crawford a while back, and guys like even the great Bill Russell, as great as he was, he hated it in Boston, man. So the media is one thing, the fans could be obnoxious. I will say the loyal ones are very loyal. They do know what they're talking about. They are diehard. They're passionate. But of course, just like anywhere else, you got those those bad apples that ruin it for everybody.
I got you. You know, like being a Cowboys fan, I feel like I have to sometimes take the heat from my crazy Cowboy fan because we do have some crazy ones that feel like saying this and saying that. It's like no,
Oh
come on,
yeah,
man. We
oh
go through.
yeah. I mean, every fan base got them. We see that even with recently. I know the Lakers aren't having the season that they envisioned on having. In the first year of LeBron, but you got the radicals that are like, well, trade him the first chance you get and
Yeah,
tank and all that stuff. I'm like, I mean, come on. It,
like
it, it makes
you're
everybody
not
else
a real
look bad.
fan. Like to me, you're not a real fan if you haven't had that heartbreak and just said,
Oh man.
I love y'all. I still love y'all. I still love
I
y'all. You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I thought the heartbreak in 2008 losing to the Celtics was bad, but that franchise losing season was, that's devastating, and
Yeah.
everybody's tanked for picks and all that. I understand, at the time ownership was terrible. Jim Buss was egregious, and poor Mitch Kupchak kind of riding a coattail. Either you do as I say, or you can be out too. Well, now they both gone, so you see where that got them. But it's definitely hard times. But loyal fans will stick it out, and you as a Cowboys fan know that more than anybody.
Hey, it ain't always easy, man. But I want to get into the Red Sox. So they just won the World Series, man, and I've been watching baseball for a long time, Bit Ryan. It's my first love, actually. I don't think I ever saw a team like in a long time since the '90s Yankees this stacked, this complete, this young, this in their prime, experience, well coached, pitching. I mean, probably the greatest outfield ever with Mookie Betts, Benintendi, and our man JBJ. Like Mookie Betts, easily the best damn athlete I've seen on the baseball field in a while. So,
Oh yeah.
what do you think it will be the legacy of this past Boston team? Compared to other Boston World Champions, like where would you say this team will rank in that upper echelon?
Well, I think this past championship just kind of really set the tone for what's to come. It's this team is very deep. And when they're healthy, they can run all over anybody. They can put a point with anybody. The pitching staff is outstanding. You saw that with Chris Sale when he was healthy, when David Price when he was confident, when he believed in himself, when he felt like everybody else believed in himself. Nathan Eovaldi is just lights out. The pitcher rotation, though heavy on the lefties, they are very stacked going into this year. That they're young, they're hungry. They play the game well, they play for each other, and I think the coaching staff has a lot to do with that. You look at coaches in the past that just you had a good team, but nothing came of it. You look at the Grady Little, and toward the end of Terry Francona. Guys that they just didn't want to play for these guys no more. And we love Tito here, but everybody's time just kind of comes, and Alex Cora really was able to bring the best out of these guys and get them all playing for each other. And I think this year's championship really set the tone for what's to come. As long as these guys stay healthy, they keep on the track that they're going. They're gonna be scary, man.
For sure, man. And you mentioned David Price and his struggles, and talk about Carl Crawford. I mean, me personally, Carl Crawford owe me money. You know what I'm saying? He sucked so bad. Like, bro, you owe me some of that contract. You sucked so bad.
Yeah. He ate up. Yeah. He ate up a lot of money. But it's funny. And him being hurt and all that really was. It was devastating, especially after they paid him. After you give him all that, and it's like it's kind of like when they gave Pedroia that deal. You really didn't believe in Pedroia long term as he started getting a little older. But then once he get hurt and you find out how much he's betting up against your cap, you're like, oh man. But Carl Crawford was just another example of the media too. It's difficult, and they're very quick to vilify you. But I mean, expectations are high. And David Price felt the weight of that. You get 200 and was it like $40-something million or $230-something million for a contract like that, man, you better come out the gate producing. And he felt the weight of that quick. But luckily he was able to stick it out and really find it within himself to kind of shut everybody up. And the playoff run was huge for him. So I'm interested to see what kind of season he has going forward this year.
Yeah, and I said that watching him, like, you know what, it's something about him, like it just seemed like the pressure was gone. It's like he just went out there. It's like we killed him. Like, Boston killed David Price, but when he did rebound, you saw the, like I said, when you do right by the Ravage fans, we will love, we like that bad parent. We
Oh
go we
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
we gonna tear you up if you mess it up, man. But
yeah.
when you come back around, we right there for you to say, hey, we killed you, but hey, you earned this, man. And I'm, like, me personally, love the dude, man. So I'm glad he got that. Like, what better place to have it than Boston, man? Like, in that town, like, to say, you know what? I've been through the fire and I come out of it. Now look at me. I'm David Price. I could have been World Series MVP my damn self.
Right.
You
And
know? So,
you know what the thing with Price was, if you look at, some of the box scores and some of his starts, man, he had the lowest run support on the pitching staff. So it wasn't
right.
even necessarily like he pitched bad, but when you had some of the, there was games where he would start and they wouldn't produce with the bats, or he would leave with a lead and then the lead would be given up by the bullpen, so he's got to take a no decision, or he leaves with, you know, runners on, and rather than getting out the inning, they let the lead go and he's got to take a loss, so he was the product of some bad situations, and it kind of affected his record a little bit, which ultimately I think got in his head, but he was able to really kind of bounce back when it mattered, and that was huge, especially down the stretch when they needed him to come out the pen or go, start short innings. I mean, that was huge, and what a way to really stick it back to those people that really thought, oh, you was done, or you're a bum, you was a waste of money, man. That was huge. That was big time.
So, man. Now, you keep up with the sports and everything like that. As you know, Bryce Harper just got paid. Mike Trout just got stupid paid.
Oh, did he?
But you a Boston guy, and it's like, hold on, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, yeah, they're great, yeah. But
Sure.
Mookie Betts at home, like, hold on now.
No, my
I'm
man. Hey, Mookie Betts licking his chops, man, because Mike Trout just set the precedent. When Mookie's gonna come up for a big deal, and you want him long term. I mean, this kid's young. He's a firecracker with the bat. He's one of the best outfielders they had in a long time. He's licking his chops right now. If they're gonna give Mike Trout a 12-year extension, man, listen, he set the bar, and he set the bar high.
with no postseason resume to speak of.
Yeah, hey, listen. I mean, and Mookie Betts is a Gold Glover. He was in the hunt for a batting title. I mean, he's got a lot a big leg to stand on, and he already avoided arbitration once, so he's due for a deal.
Yes. All right. Well, you say they got a bright future, man. Nice young team. But I always wanted to ask a Boston guy this, man. Like, describe to me the Yankee rivalry from your perspective. Like, what's that like? The
Oh
Boston.
man, I tell people that if you've never been to Fenway Park in particular, it's something about the energy in the stadium, and it's being in the stadium, being on Yawkey, or not Yawkey anymore, Jersey Street, excuse me, and Lansdowne, and kind of getting that energy, that feel, but then coming out of that tunnel and onto the field, man, there's nothing like it. Whenever the Yankees are in town, it is big time. The buzz in the city is crazy. The stadium is crazy. Everything, it's like the lights shine that much brighter. The players play that much harder. And the victory is that much more sweet. But this is a rivalry that runs real deep. I mean, and you talk about guys like, Johnny Damon, that Judas himself, that once you left here after a title run with the Red Sox, you go and put on the pinstripes. I mean, it's disheartening. For the longest time, we always thought Yankees bought championships. They always having these large payrolls, man, and somehow you always manage to find your way into the championship, but never really being good enough to get there. You just happen to land there. But that rivalry runs deep, man. It's no feeling like it. It's not like a division rivalry with the Blue Jays or the Orioles are in town. You talking about it's like it rivals the Celtics and the Lakers. I mean, no matter how good or bad they are, that game, you want that one.
Well, we'll transition here, man. Like you said, it's great to be a Boston fan these days. The Patriots won the championship after the Red Sox, so now we gotta discuss the Patriots' sixth championship. So, but I feel like Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, the championship reigns, the dynasty, it all speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? We can go with Tom Brady's number, but we'll be here all night. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
but just like from your perspective, Ron, like, what will the legacy be of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick with all the nonsense and the media? They cheated, this and that, but they still won. They took out Peyton Manning. They took out this guy and that guy. Took out Legion of Boom, the comeback. Like, I feel like if you did cheat, you can't cheat all that. You can't do all that. You can't do all that. So yeah. What would their legacy be in your eyes, despite all that noise?
I mean, I think you had a discussion about it previously. What would Drew Brees be if he didn't run into Sean Payton? Brady's, the numbers speak for themselves. He's the greatest quarterback to do it. Period. But with that being said, would he have still had the same career if he didn't meet Bill Belichick? I think it would have been pretty close. And I say that to say, that you can't, at that stage, at that level, you can't really train vision. You can't, instinct, and, I feel like you're born with that, and as slow as this guy is in the pocket, and as slow, he's got lead leg, we always bust his chops, but this guy, man, has been the real deal. And I mean, year in and year out, he's shown, the prep, the readiness, the willingness to do whatever, and I mean, the numbers are what they are. His legacy, the numbers will speak for themselves. I don't really believe he'll have an asterisk next to his name, but of course they go hand in hand, and history will favor him, and I truly believe that, not just as a Boston fan, as a Patriots fan. The numbers are what they are, and you look at the way this guy plays. Of course, he has bad plays. Of course, he's been on his back several times at that, especially when that offensive line was garbage.
Sure.
But the numbers are what they are, and you look at these games week in and week out for the last how many seasons. You can't refute the performances that he's put up. It's just been astounding. You give him minimal weapons, and look what he does. Now imagine when he had Randy Moss and guys like this. I mean, an absolute assassin. The scandals and all that is something, that's totally different, but
Right. But me personally, out of those two, I always say Belichick, because I feel like this, you got Tom Brady, you say it's the GOAT, the greatest quarterback ever, right?
Yes.
But you have LT, the greatest defensive player ever, and they both came from the mind, the creation, the motivation of Bill Belichick. So I feel like you can't put together Mount Rushmore of football players and they not have something to do with Belichick, whether they had to go through him or learn from him. I feel like Belichick could have done that with someone else, but then again, Tom Brady. You think about he lost 3 championships. 2 of them, he won the game and left it in their hands.
Right.
And the other one, 500 yards, 31 points, 33 points. Y'all couldn't win that for me?
Right.
Like, so the guy 8 Super Bowls in right now, and there's no discussion. So I feel on that, but I lean more toward Bill Belichick because of, like, I can't ignore if LT says I'm nothing without Belichick, I'm going with LT, bro. So I got Belichick.
Yeah, I mean, and when it boils down to it, it's funny. You look at the scandals, and they got the Spygate, for instance. And, everybody, the Patriots cheated, the Patriots this, and the Patriots that. Well, the fact is, everybody's done some kind of, whether it be video prep or, a little side footage without nobody, what I mean? The Patriots happen to get caught. Now, the issue with the Patriots is they always lie about it, as if it's not obvious. What I mean? It's just like, with the deflated football situation, and you had Aaron Rodgers that really made him look foolish and was like, so, I like a heavier football, so I put air into the football. Who cares? But scandals are what they are. When you got a franchise like that, a dynasty like that that's been there year in and year out, and they've got as many titles as they do. You know, people are gonna always find something to nitpick about.
Something gotta be wrong. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, something's got to be wrong. You cheated somehow.
Right. Well, the Patriots don't. From what I'm seeing, they're not slowing down. They just got Michael Bennett. I mean, everything looks good. Stephon Gilmore is a freaking monster. I love it.
And I mean, you know, people can say what they want. You know, Martellus Bennett was thinking about coming back to play with his brother, and for what it was worth, he did good for the little half a stint he was here. You know, I mean, so you got another tight end, especially if there's really a possibility that Gronkowski could leave. You know, even if Gronkowski does one more season, that takes the burden off of the load off his shoulders. You know, and he could actually preserve his body a little longer. He could sit out plays if he has to. If you have another tight end capable like a Martellus Bennett, who Tom Brady trusts, along with, you know, they said the possibility of Josh Gordon coming back next year. Patriots are in the mix along with 4 or 5 other teams for Jordy Nelson. I mean, you know, you got Chris Hogan and Julian Edelman. I mean, it could be disgusting.
Right. Now, you said this bright future, and you brought up Gronk. You know what I mean? While watching him play, man, it's hard because you just see the arm bracelet. You know he'll been, you know, ACL, back surgeries, elbow, forearm. It's like
bicentennial.
Yeah, it's like, is this the end of Gronk? And if this is the end, what does he rank among your all-time great tight ends?
Oh man, I mean, that's fun. I mean, I want to say, to me, in my opinion, he's top 2, top 3 easy. You know, I mean, knowing how injury prone he was, you know, we knew that in college. Right. You know, this kid has got, you know, injury problems. He's gonna have an issue staying healthy. He's gonna take a lot of shots. You know, he's big. You gotta hit him harder. You gotta double team him, triple team him if you have to. You know, he's a fridge. Do whatever it takes to get the football out of his hands. But you know, I definitely don't discredit guys like Tony Gonzalez. You know, I'm a huge Travis Kelce fan. You know, so he's definitely in that, to me, top 3 conversation. Where he'll actually land when it's all said and done, no idea, because Travis Kelce's still on the rise. You know, Tony Gonzalez has totally cemented his legacy, to me, as top 3. And that's in my personal opinion. So,
yeah. Well, like, you know, me personally, my preference, Gronk is top 5. You can't deny when he's on the field, like he's a dominant force. Like me, I'm a Shannon Sharp fan. I love Uncle Shay.
Yep.
Tony Gonzalez, Kellen Winslow Sr. Hell, I'm a Cowboy, so it's only right, Jason Witten. But hell, why not look at the guy's numbers? And then you got Gronk. You know what I'm saying? So it's those 5 for me, man. And like, if it is the answer, I feel terrible, but like, you know, it was a great. He's going to Hall of Fame, so I don't feel like we missed out. But man, if he could just stay healthy for a couple more years, man, who knows what records he would have.
I mean, and as you know, hey, I'm a Cowboys hater. I am, but man, that Jason Witten's a bad boy, man. that Jason Witten was a bad man.
Hey, slow as I don't know what, but for some reason he got all like right behind Jerry Rice with catches and yards.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it goes back to the U. I'm a Greg Olsen fan. You know, it's a lot of guys, but you know, when I get that top 3, top 5. Gronk is top 3 to me for sure.
Well, Big Ron, we come to, you know, we can close wind down here. Now you a Boston guy, so like I said, you're in the hot seat, man. It's 1K Sports. Keep it 1,000 around here, man. So right here, right now, top of your head, top 10 Boston athletes.
Top 10, what's that?
Top
Boston
10
athletes?
Yeah. Guys that play, like, you know, Tom Brady, David Ortiz, guys like that. You know, who are your top 10 Boston athletes?
In any particular order.
Any particular order. Just give me your 10 guys you're going to war with on World War IV for the sports world.
Oh, man.
Your 10 Boston guys, man.
Jim Rice. Tom Brady.
Easy.
David Ortiz.
Too easy. That's 3.
Pedro Martinez.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Hey, you know, anybody who forget him throwing Don Zimmer to the ground, man, is
Hey,
uh,
with a face too. Like, what you doing, old man?
yeah. I mean, and I hate to say it, you know, and of course, you know, we all know the negative history, but Bill Russell,
Yeah, yeah. That's five.
uh, gosh, you know, big, I'm a big Manny Ramirez guy. You know, I feel like he had a lot to do with the championships in 2004, 2007. You know, I don't discredit that at all. Um, boy,
That's six. You got four more, baby. Four more. Come on. You got it.
Boston guys. Nah, man, it's sacrilege, man, because you can't say Bird, you can't say
You gonna leave out?
that don't even taste good.
Come on, Ron. I'm biased.
All right, if you because I'm an LA guy, but I'm not from LA, so you got to go with Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I hate
Remo.
yeah that tasted terrible.
Remo.
Wow.
You doing good? You got three more. I'm surprised you didn't say Paul Pierce, but I'll wait till you figure it out.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Listen, I gave you Bird. I'm not gonna give you Pierce, man. I'm not gonna do that. um, I mean, you coming up on to me. I would say now because I think the longevity is going to prevail. Mookie Betts. In terms of the longevity, I know he hasn't signed yet, but I truly believe he's going to.
Remo.
Oh man. Um.
Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah. I mean, well, I was saving him, man. You talk about the championship guy.
Yeah.
Um. See, you got guys like that don't count. You know, like Shaq don't count. Um. Nah, I'm not. I don't, that don't count. And it was terrible to witness him put on that awful green too. Um, I mean, how about you could say arguably Bob Cousy.
Well, that's 10. You were saying Vinatieri,
No,
so
you know what? I'm gonna go with Bobby Orr, Ray Bork. I got one more, right?
yeah, come on, come on.
Bobby Orr, Ray Bork, and I'm gonna go with Ted Williams.
I got you. Got you. All right, that's your top 10 Boston guys.
Yeah.
All right. Now
Yeah.
you say you're a Laker guy, you know what I'm saying? You say you're a Kobe guy, so we'll see. We'll see about that right now. Give me your starting five. Lakers against Celtics for the whole world. The whole world.
Wow. Okay.
Who your
Okay.
five Lakers you going to battle with? Your five Lakers. Five of them.
5 Lakers of all time.
Starting five Lakers.
Magic Johnson,
All right.
Kobe Bryant,
Okay. Good backcourt.
James Worthy,
Big game, James.
I'm gonna double up on you. I'm gonna go Kareem and then Shaq.
Kareem and Shaq. So Magic Kobe in the backcourt, Big Game James, Kareem, and Shaq.
Correct.
And y'all destroying whoever in the way.
Hey, all 7 games.
Gotcha. All right. One last question, man, because you're a Boston guy, and this is a big topic going on with the whole steroids nonsense and all that. You brought up Manny Ramirez. You know, Big Papi will be up in a couple of years. Do those guys deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? I say hell yes.
It's not even close, man. I mean, you look at impact alone, and not just what they meant to the teams, the winning seasons that they had, but the impact that they made on the teams when they was trash. I mean, and then you can lean on the numbers and say the numbers speak for themselves. David Ortiz, ever since they had a designated hitter position, is the greatest to ever do it. I mean, and truthfully, people don't give him enough credit. He wasn't an awful fielder either. I mean, he don't field, but he wasn't an awful fielder. And you look at just Manny's time in Boston. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even, to me. It's not even up for debate. I mean, those two guys were the 1-2 punch in 2004, 2003, 2007. I mean, they were the powerhouse, the 3-4 punch that got those titles.
Easily. Well, all right, Big Ryan. Well, I had you on the hot seat all night, but I'm a fair guy. So if you would like to ask me anything that you would like, I'm a Cowboys guy, Roll Tide. So whatever you want to throw at me, here's your chance to give me a little get back. So whatever you want to ask, what you want to ask your big bro, go ahead and ask me.
You got the nerve to be a Cowboys fan with a straight face. Listen, nah, you know what? I ain't even gonna fry you like that. I say that you're extremely loyal for sticking through. Oh my goodness, Dak Prescott not knowing how to play football no more. Jason Garrett and his awful play calling. I mean, Zeke is as great of a player and great of a running back as he's going to be. What was you thinking? With that stuff, whether it be old, new, whatever, you knew what it was. But nonetheless, and getting rid of Des Bryant, man, I always felt like that was a tough call. I felt like at the time it was a bad call, but I feel like they should have gotten rid of Jason Garrett first. What's your take on that?
Well, I feel like this. To be the head coach of the Cowboys, you have to understand something. Your ego doesn't matter. Jerry Jones matters. The guy, he fired Jimmy Johnson after back-to-back championship, all because Jimmy wouldn't just bend over for you. So if you could fire that guy, that tells me you have a control problem where you want the guy in charge to know that you're the boss. And I feel like in Boston and New England, like Robert Kraft does his thing, Belichick runs the team. Mm-hmm. I feel like Jerry Jones' mindset is, and I'll give him this: we have won the draft. Zeke, Dak, Byron Jones, Jalen Smith, Vander Esch. We've drafted very well, but now we have this issue where Romo's gone, Dez Bryant's gone. We got Zeke finna get paid. We got Dak coming up. So Jason Garrett can only do his job, and that's be Jerry Jones' puppet. So I can't get mad at Jason Garrett because maybe he does know something and he just can't say nothing. So I can't blame him. The guy, our biggest problem can't be fixed because Jerry Jones might go fire himself. He's our problem. Right. He's the problem. Jason Garrett is just doing his job. He's doing what his boss tells him to do. That we all do that every single day. So Jason Garrett following rules so we don't get fired. So,
I mean, we hopefully it works out for them is what I'll say. I mean, they time in and time out, the Cowboys have had too much talent, and they can't get out of their own way sometimes.
Well, I wouldn't say we haven't won a championship since '95. I'll give you that. But I don't think we've had a busload of great. We've had some really terrible teams over these last 2 decades too.
Facts.
Now, the 07 team, no excuse. Should have won a championship, no excuse. The 08-09 team, no excuse. Should have won a championship. The 14 team, the Dez Bryant catch rule, we got screwed. I stand behind that, but whatever. That's rookie year, lost to Aaron Rodgers again this past year. So it's like something needs to happen. And it needs to go down right now because if you're going to pay Dak Prescott, which I assume he will, and I assume Dak Prescott will not take a pay cut because he saw Jimmy G get a whole bunch of money and ain't done nothing yet. So I thought you got Zeke, Amari Cooper, DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Jones. All these guys want their money. Do you pay them, say, screw you, Dak, we tank for Tua? Or you say, all right, Dak, we give you one more year to show us something. And then he go out there and win a championship. Now we in Joe Flacco's situation where it's like, now we owe you the world and that we can't sign nobody. So Jerry
and whatever the case may be, could you live with it? Because you give Dak another year and it goes bad, and then that whole tank for Tua thing is out the window. I mean, Tua could be somewhere else by then. So or it works out in your favor. You get to it and you end up having more success than you did, not just with Dak, but let's say there's another coach that comes behind that. Who knows? It could be a bunch of different things that happen, but whatever the end result, it's like, could they live with that? To me, the changes have to start from the top. And believe it or not, I say it starts with Jerry Jones. I understand he's the owner of the team and all that other stuff, but it's got to start from somewhere. And even if that means you getting rid of your loyalty and firing Jason Garrett, you could start with a new head coach and then work your way from there. Get through the fluff, after that, But a new head coach to me, it should be the start of their turnaround.
I mean, this year, I feel like Dak Prescott, he's earned the right to be our quarterback for this year. He deserves to get paid. I'm just saying, I wouldn't pay you all that money. You deserve $22 million like Nick Foles got, but I'm not going to break the bank for you. So it's right. So this year coming up is a big year because that want to get paid. Zeke, Amari Cooper, all these guys due for contracts, and Jason Garrett's on his last year. So a lot will be determined about our future after this year because maybe Dak just finds that maybe it goes off in his head. Okay, I can play quarterback. I got Amari Cooper. I got Zeke. I got a good offensive line and go out there and win everything. I hope so for my sake. So
all I'm saying is don't let that boy Amari Cooper end up in New England. That's all I'm saying.
Well, hey, if you steal Amari Cooper, Ron, our friendship is over.
Then and only then with a straight face could you say the Patriots cheated.
With that, his route running and precision with Tom Brady's precision.
Say less.
Ron, if y'all get Cooper dog, I don't want to talk to you again. I don't want none of your support for 1K. You're dead to me if you get Amari Cooper. All right.
It's all good. I'll send you a patch jersey, Amari Cooper Patriots jersey.
Hey, make sure you sign, okay?
You know that.
Hey, to my guy Pat, I never meant to hurt you.
You know that.
Love cool.
You know that.
Big Ron, hey, I love you, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support, man. You're the very first guest on 1K Sports 360 edition, man. The first of many, but thank you, man, for being tuning in how you do every Monday and being my first guest, man. Love you, dude. Stay Boston strong, baby. Roll Tide.
That, man. I appreciate you having me, and we'll look to see where this thing takes you, man. I'm proud of you, and hope you continue on, and this thing gets big for you.
Hey, if I go to Hollywood, dog, me and you courtside, like the Celtics, dog.
Hey, but I won't be wearing that green, boy.
It's all good. That's my promise to you. I get to Hollywood, me and you, front courtside, me, you, Denzel, Jack, like the Celtics.
You know that.
My man, Big Ron, thank you for tuning in, man. It's 1K Sports, y'all. Peace.
Got it.
We are here. This is the main event. In the gold corner, we got Team Kobe, my man, NBA certified, Donald Reed versus versus over here in the purple corner. We got the beast on the field, Mr. Alfred Morris, who assures me that FAMU football is going to overtake FAMU band this year as the big dog on campus.
I co-sign that too. I like that.
All right. Before we get started, man, I gotta ask y'all boys, man. You guys attend, arguably, no debate at all. The best HBCU in the country, in the world, man. So, to me, what's I'm gonna start with you, Donald. What sets FAMU apart from other HBCUs in your opinion?
Overall, we have the biggest fan base with HBCUs. Also, just the support from FAMU and their fans and the alumni. We have a very good, strong fan base. Also, all of our sports are coming around now. We're building on sports. We have the best band, so I think that sums it all up right there.
Yeah. I mean, y'all deep, man, because everywhere I go, I'm in the hood, I'm in corporate America, I'm on the highway. I see FAMU alumni, FAMU grad, FAMU this, FAMU. I'm like, dang, man, like, they all over the world, man. So, but you, Alfred, playing football, kind of, being kind of in the shadow of the band, does it affect you, kind of being like, being an athlete, being competitive like that, or do you kind of just sit back and say, you know what, you let it motivate you because of the tradition of the band? You say, you know what, that's something to shoot for, because if we can overtake the band, then we on top of the world, because they on top of the world, man.
Right. I would say the tradition part of the FAMU football players, we've known to win championships, FCS championships back to back. Back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, we used to run stuff. But now, we just have to get back to where we were in the past to be able to, grow and develop our game.
I got you, man. All right, fellas, with all the small talk apart, enough of this love fest, trying to get down to the nitty-gritty. All right, gentlemen, I want a nice, dirty debate. I recommend below the belt. If I say break, don't break. Fight it out till you die. All right? There are no rules. This is uncut. Right. Say how you feel. Yeah. But we go get started. The first question, I'm coming at you, my man Alfred in the purple corner. Mm-hmm. You team LeBron. So first question, first shot. LeBron James dropped 25 points, had 6 rebounds and 9 assists in his very first NBA game. Against what team did he do this against?
Okay. Oh, that was in 2006.
Well, actually, 2003, man.
Oh, man.
LeBron's very first game, he had 25, 6, and 9. Against what team?
That's a hard question. That's tough.
Yeah, that's a hard question. That is a hard question.
You can take a guess though.
I'm gonna go with Celtics.
Sorry, Alfred. The correct answer is the Sacramento Kings. LeBron James debut 2003 against the Sacramento Kings. He dropped 25, 6, and 9 against the Sacramento Kings at Arco Arena. Sorry, man.
That was a hard one, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was a hard one.
That's tough.
I thought you had it, man. But hey, you'll get it back. We'll go, man.
He's not gonna get his next question.
Huh?
He's not gonna get it.
I probably.
That's tough. The first question worth 1 point, man. I thought you had it. All right.
An easy one. That's tough. I would have done.
Yeah, I was born in '98.
I'm sorry, man. You was 5 years old when it happened, dog. But
yeah,
I thought you was down with LeBron.
Man.
Dang,
all right,
that's tough.
Donald. Now your question a little tricky too, man.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, somebody called me. I'm gonna go ahead.
Now, it's hard to believe that Kobe Bryant was passed over by 12 NBA teams. That's hard to believe, right? Kobe Bryant was drafted number 13 overall, but not by the Lakers. What team drafted Kobe on draft night before he was traded to the Lakers?
That's easy.
I know this one. I know this one easy, but
that's easy.
Do you know it, Alfred? Don't say it, but do you know it?
Nah, man, you. This is
I know it.
The show question.
Do you know it, Alfred? I know it.
No, this your question. He can't answer it.
The Hornets.
The what Hornets?
Hold on. Somebody keep calling me. Hello?
Yeah.
They were still the Charlotte Hornets.
You get the point.
Alfred, you do that? Alfred, you do that?
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm sorry.
I was holding on to it. I wanted to say it, but I was like, that's not my question.
I was going to give it to you to let you steal the point. I knew that one.
All right. Hey, bit dog, Alfred.
Keep calling me.
You got it, man. You'll get it back.
Oh,
all right, Donald. So, man, Donald is up. 1 score. Team Kobe 1, Team LeBron 0. Second question worth 2 points. So you can get it back worth 2 points. I'm gonna start with Donald. Kobe Bryant was named 9 times to the first team All NBA defense, a record he shares with 3 other players. Who are those 3 other players he shares that record with?
9 times. Okay, let's see.
9 times first team All defense. That's an NBA record that he shares with 3 guys.
All right, let me look through his.
Right.
Let me think about his era.
That's a hard one.
Hey,
that's a hard
one. Let's see. Thinking of defensive players in this era.
Three times, like 3 guys he was named 9 times with.
9 times.
Not with these 3 guys were named 9 times first team All defense too. Kobe is one of those guys. So we got 3 guys he shares that with. Who are those 3 guys? If you
All defense
point, I can give you one.
Was Dwight Howard one?
He ain't even close, bro.
Nah.
Damn, I'm thinking about blocks. I would say Gary Payton because he's known for defense, but
that's one.
That's one. I would say Gary Payton. Okay,
that's
Gary
one.
Payton.
All right.
Yeah,
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton. I'm
trying
to figure out.
Think about defense, intensity.
I know that.
Hustle.
Was Ron Artest?
Nah.
Nah, dang. I'm out of it. I'm just thinking of defensive players. This one's gonna be a loss for me.
All right.
I got to stop.
Let me just guess one more, just to guess. Let me see.
Gary Payton.
I want to say Jordan, but I feel like he got more.
That's 2.
Jordan. 9?
Hey.
I would think Jordan got more.
Hey.
Jordan?
No, first team All defense.
Okay, so that's Jordan was the 2. Gary Payton probably was for the 1. It's got to be a center. I think it got to be a center, somebody with blocks and stuff. But that's what I'm looking. Huh?
You getting there?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure. I would say Dikembe Mutombo. I don't know.
You got 2 out of 3. It was in fact Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, and Kevin Garnett.
KT. Forgot about him.
I can see that.
Under the radar.
I can see that. I was looking for a big man. That's the only thing I was missing. I was gonna say I couldn't think of a big man really that was dominant like that with defense. I was thinking Dikembe with a lot of blocks, but 9 times?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you a point for the 2 out of 3, but my man Alfred has a shot to tie the game. Let's go, team, Brian. All right, your question just as hard, but hey,
I got it.
James has made the All-NBA first team. All-NBA first team, a NBA record 12 times. A record previously held by which 2 former Lakers?
2 former Lakers. Okay. That should be sweet right there. That should be sweet. Kobe Bryant.
One.
Yeah, that's the obvious choice. Kobe Bryant.
The toughest part of this question, it could be a lot of different Lakers.
Yeah, it could be, bro. Like, you got to think about great point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, centers.
It could be 3. It could be 3 out of the next one.
I gave Donald a little floater with his question. I'm gonna give you one. One is a lifetime Laker. You already said Kobe. This other guy was like a one-night stand. He wasn't there long. He's an all-time great. He wasn't a Laker that long.
All right.
First team All NBA.
First team All NBA.
You got Kobe.
Now the All-Stars games and the all NBA's been around for like what since it was created, right?
I know who this one is.
We made a few of them, Magic, but you got Kobe already. He was tied with this guy for 11 times first team All NBA.
Oh man, is it? No, because he played for the Celtics. Oh, I'm all off.
He was a Laker for a couple years. He wasn't. He's not known as a Laker.
Oh shit! I done fucked me up now.
He came through for a season or two.
Because I know Shaquille was there for longer than 2 years. Okay.
That's what I was thinking, but I
Paul
know who it is
Gasol's
now.
been there for longer than that. Is it Derek Fisher?
No, he been there for a while, bro.
Oh man.
All NBA first team.
I think I know who it is.
Who is it? Give me who is it?
Well, you got a point because you got Kobe. Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. Yeah, I figured that. I was going to say Karl Malone or Gary Payton, but Gary Payton wasn't all defense.
I thought Karl Malone was there longer though.
Nah, he was there. Karl Malone was there a year or two.
He was there like 05 and he retired. But Utah Jazz, he officially made all NBA first team like every year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I know that Gary Payton and him.
So we got 2 rounds in the ground. My man Donald Reed still holds a commanding 2-1 lead. But hey, as you all know, LeBron does come back from 2-1 and 3-1. So unless my man Donald Reed go crazy and hit somebody in the below the belt, you in trouble, dog. All right. I'm gonna give you a chance, Big Al, to get your points to take the lead. The third question is worth 3 points.
All right, let's go.
Here is something crazy. The third question is actually a knock against the 2 guys that you probably hear in the barbershops a lot. So we'll see how much you learn from the insults, because you might can win the game right here. So, worth 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James has never won a championship without 2 of these. 2 of what?
2 of what?
Every championship he ever won, he had 2 of these things with him.
Okay. Now, are we talking about like people, or are we talking about like personal things? Like,
I would say people, but their status. Like what are
status? Okay. I'm kind of feeling this one. A star player won
2 of these. He had 2 in Miami. He had 2 in Cleveland. What did he have?
A guard and a big man.
No, he had 2 top 5 picks.
Oh, I was gonna say superstars. I was gonna say other superstars, but I didn't know if that was like broad or not.
That's true though.
But it specifically 2 top 5 picks. Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh were 4 in his draft. Kyrie 1 and Kevin Love was number 4. So yeah.
Damn, for real, Kevin Love was out there.
Yeah, Kevin Love definitely balling.
So, hey, you still down 2-1. We still got the 1 minute where you just throw out everything you can. So you down 1 point. But hopefully Donald don't get you on this one. Donald for a decisive lead.
He think he got this.
Kobe Bryant never won a championship without Phil Jackson and a blank. He always had Phil Jackson and a what?
Let me see.
Yo. That's tough.
My easy answer might not be the right answer. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, go with your gut, man. I ain't gonna lie. I would go with my gut. I go with my gut. I want my gut.
Come on, Donald.
Technically, he won.
He won every championship with Phil, but he also had a what?
He did, but he didn't have a big man. But
what kind of big man?
I'm not a center, a dominant center, but
gosh, that's easy right there.
No,
very specific. How he failed because he was specific.
Listen, hold on, wait. He won. You saying he won with Phil Jackson and he won with something else, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something that every coach.
He honestly, the real answer is he won. I think he won. Did he win all of his championships with Derek Fisher, or Derek Fisher left? Because Derek Fisher has 5, right?
No, Derek Fisher. Like we all know, he had Fisher, but Fisher had Kobe. We don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
okay,
don't.
Fisher
that's
had
it.
Kobe,
But
not Kobe had
honestly,
Fisher.
I would say big man. But Paul Gasol wasn't a center. He was a four that played the five because Andrew Bynum was hurt.
But what was Paul Gasol?
He was a power forward.
Power forward.
Sorry, Donald.
What's the
He,
answer?
he never won a championship without Phil Jackson and they all-star 7-foot big man.
That's the answer. You're right.
Oh man.
But I was gonna say we didn't have a center when he won because Andrew Bynum was hurt and Paul Gasol played the center, which he's not a center, but that's
Gasol-
7 foot.
Oh, he was
Yep.
a 7-foot big man.
He had a 7 footer.
And
Shaq
all-star
definitely
7-footer.
7.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
answer.
so it's all good because now we have reached the point of no return. My man Donald is still up 2-1, but Mr. Alfred Smith,
Okay.
you have a chance to win it all right now. So this part right here is a 4th round knockout. You got 1 minute to tell me why LeBron James should be the GOAT. I don't want to hear about the charity. He's a good father, a good husband. I want facts. I want solid facts that cannot be disputed on why he would be the GOAT. Now, I got my timer right here. It says 17:42. When it turns 18, I will give you the go. So here we are, 17:49. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Go. 1 minute.
All right. Let me start off with this. LeBron James is the GOAT. Why I believe that? Because this man can turn your team around within a matter of games. Like he's gonna step on the court and come through. Like you know that. He's gonna also bring his teammates to follow him and dominate the game just like they did with against Golden State, and then he wasn't even in the game. Yeah. You think Kobe Bryant gonna be able to let Paul Gasol or Derek Fisher lock down Steph? No, not a chance. But I believe LeBron James is GOAT because he can definitely be clutch in the playoffs. Like if you look at his stats from over the years since he's been in the league, his points jumped up at least 10 every season, at least 10 or higher. Because I can go back to what 2011 or 2012. He went from 21 to like 30 something, 31, 32
seconds.
I don't think Kobe Bryant will match up to him because he done passed Michael Jordan in stats, and Kobe Bryant thought he was the best. You know, like
5, 4, 3, 2.
LeBron James the GOAT.
All right, I pointed out 4 facts. You did say LeBron James can change your team. LeBron James, he comes to your team, they're automatically a title favorite. That is a fact. You said that he will pass Michael Jordan in stats. LeBron James will be top 5 all-time leading scorer if he stays healthy, but at worst case scenario, he'll be top 5 all-time leading scorer, top 10 assists, top 10 rebounds. So that is a fact. You say every year LeBron James gets better and better. LeBron James had his best year stat-wise this past season, so you're right. In year 16, he had his best year. So I counted 4 facts. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So you currently lead Mr. Reed 5-2.
Yeah.
Reed, you need 4 solid points to pass him. Right now, he got you 5-2. Some good solid facts there. So we at 20-25 right now. So 20-30 or hold on, let me get some time here. All right, Don, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Go.
Kobe's the GOAT. Defensively wise, he is a way better defender than LeBron. If you look at LeBron, he cannot guard. He's not a defender. How many times has LeBron been first team all defense? Probably 5, 6 times. Kobe has been, 9, 10 times? Kobe Bryant, free throw percentage. When it comes to the end of the game, we look at clutch. We look at free throws too. LeBron's career is probably barely 70%. This year, he's probably 65%, which Kobe's average career is like an 83. That counts into clutch. Another thing is Kobe had way more competition in the West throughout his career, what LeBron had in the East. If you look at the records over the period of time, of course you're going to have all these stats when you're not going against too great of competition. You see how LeBron's in the West now. He does have You know, he is getting beat up a little bit. What is his first
Oh.
real injury? Imagine all the Kobe's injuries he had during his career. Imagine he was healthy throughout his whole career like LeBron was. If Kobe was in the East, his stats would be way better than LeBron right now. I'm not saying assist-wise and rebound-wise because body and size-wise, but shooting-wise. Everybody look at LeBron James' shooting percentage is so high. Of course, layups and dunks are easier than shooting. Kobe's a better shooter.
Yeah.
Therefore, if Kobe was a bigger man, look at Shaq's field goal percentage so high because he's doing layups and dunks. Last, Kobe has won a championship without premier all-stars on his team. LeBron has never. That's it.
That's it right there.
That was very beautiful, Donald Reed.
I wish I had more than a minute though. I had some more facts.
Hey, I need facts. Bam, bam, bam. Right back to back. And you like you said, competition wise, Kobe Bryant actually holds the record for most wins over 50-win teams. Great point.
I was gonna
Defense,
put that in.
9 times all defensive team. Gave you that one. Kobe never had a premier all-star post Shaq. That is true. Paul Gasol made not one all-star team before. So that is true. Then you said the competition in the West, which is true. That was the more dominant conference during Kobe and Shaq and Kobe by himself. So Donald, as I tally it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, man. You win, Mr. Reed.
Oh man,
Gentlemen.
It's all right though, Alfred. You didn't grow up on the Kobe Bryant era, man. I wish I would grew up on it.
No. I hate Kobe. I despise Kobe.
And I hate LeBron. We in the same boat.
Nah,
he's a great player though. He's a great player though. But
yeah, he's a great player.
We're gonna go to our judges. What y'all got? All right. By unanimous decision, the winner and still the Black Mamba, my man, Mr. Master of his abilities, Donald Reed, is your champion. Donald Reed, you have 30 seconds to gloat. Go ahead and tell everyone what this means to you to win the very first fan duel battle.
Man, it means a lot, man. I know all the hard work and effort that 1K has been putting into this. It's great to be a part of the first. So 10, 15 years from now, we can look back on this, Alfred. We can laugh at it and see how far this came, man. It's it's going to be a very, very professional broadcast. It's going to go a long ways on all levels. Hope a lot of other people start to join and, participate and make it a fun battle. This all for games, funny games. It's exciting. It makes everybody go do your research now, and we can look forward to this. What is it going to be, a weekly thing, something like that?
Yeah, every week, man.
Every week. So hopefully a lot of people start looking forward to it. And, we get a lot of different sports going on. And, we got March Madness going on. So hopefully everybody's paying attention to that because I know that's probably going to be the next topic or something. So, we're looking for this to go on for a long time. It was very fun. And we really enjoy it.
All right. Hey, Alfred, it was a great comeback, but you fell a little short, man. Now
just a little bit.
Well, where you messed up at, I think it was the very first question. You probably could have used that 1 point down the road, man. But
yeah,
good, man. But thank you guys, man. I know y'all up there and living y'all FAMU life, man. But
hey, man, we gotta have a FAMU trivia going on too, man. We're gonna have a great season, man. We gotta throw them Rattlers in there too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm coming to y'all. We going live face to face if y'all do y'all thing this year.
Man, we're gonna invite you to a game, man. You gotta come through.
Got to.
When y'all got y'all play BCU at the place. You know what? Homecoming. Why not? I might slide. So y'all let me know. I'll be in building homecoming 1K Sports. Hopefully by the time I'll be somebody. So y'all tell me. But fellas, it was all good hard fought battle. But if y'all will excuse me, wifey is throwing down on some lasagna and I'm hungry. So y'all boys take care. Like I said, it's 1K Sports, man. Uncut, unbiased, unfiltered, unapologetic, man. Peace out, baby.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Hey, what's up, good peoples? It's your boy PC Williams. I want to personally thank all y'all for tuning in to the very first episode of 1K Sports Uncut 360 edition. I want to give a big shout out right now to my man Bit Ryan Wright up in Boston for tuning in, my special guest host. Another shout out to my man Donald Reed and Alfred Smith up there in Tally for tuning in for the very first FanDuel battle. But before we go home and call it a day, as you all know, back in our 100 radio days, me and my guy Manny had a little thing called the expose session, where we, catch a guy slipping, hey, wasn't a good day, so we put you on the expose session. Well, the expose session is back, people, and our very first victim in the expose session is Sean Payton and the Cry Baby Saints. That's right. As you all know, the big elephant in the room, the Saints were, kind of juked out of a chance at a Super Bowl. They were robbed. Well, not robbed, but there was a blown call in the NFC Championship game that didn't go their way. So they've been pouting by it all season. Now, all their crying and complaining and living in the past has finally gotten everybody what they wanted, right? The NFL and the owners have unanimously decided to review all pass interference calls at any given time, whether there was a flag thrown or not. Me personally, I give it 2 games. 2 games, not half a season, not a whole season. I give it 2 games. It will not work out. There is no way no one will be satisfied with this. There is pass interference and there is holding on every single play. As an offensive lineman, I'm telling you the truth. There is holding and pass interference on every single play. You're going to screw things up. Teams will lose games. It'll make the game longer, even more boring, more drawn out. It will not work. First of all, what happens if, the Saints, let's say they score a touchdown, and they say, oh, you know what? Michael Thomas pushed off. Oh, really? So they go and review, and come to find out he did push off. And they say, you know what? No touchdown. Saints should lose. Then what? The rule you wanted came back to bite you in the ass. So Sean Payton, New Orleans Aints, welcome to the expose session. You have been exposed as the crybaby frauds that you are. The respect I did have for Sean Payton and the Saints is all gone. It's all gone, man. The game is the game. First of all, here's why the Saints just get over it. First of all, you had a 13-point lead in the most hostile environment in the NFL, the Superdome. You passed the ball on first down on this said drive. You got 1st and 10 deep in their territory. You passed the ball to Michael Thomas. Incomplete pass. You stopped the clock. You did the Rams a favor. Because had you run the ball, and maybe then pass it, then guess what? You can run the clock down, way down, kick a field goal. They got no chance to win the game. But no, that's not what we're talking about. The Saints had a 13-point lead. They passed the ball on first down, which stopped the clock. They got the ball first in overtime through a pick. And like I said earlier, what if this rule comes back to bite you in the ass? What if you get all the way back next year to the NFC Championship game and the same thing happens? What happens if Michael Thomas goes for the game-winning catch? He catches a touchdown pass. They go and review it. Michael Thomas pushed off. Game over. The rule you campaign for is the reason you may lose again. How you get it is how you lose it. Just let the game be what it's going to be. I give it 2 games. This will not work out at all. And for the Saints, you're complaining and crying. You're not the only one. I live in Jacksonville. I'm a Jacksonville native. Miles Jack wasn't down has become a pop culture icon here. They got shirts. They got billboards of it. Miles Jack wasn't down. And guess what? He wasn't down. That cost the Jaguars a trip to the Super Bowl. Guess what a championship would have done for this city? We got over it. I'm a Cowboys fan through and through. Dez Bryant caught it. That was a catch. He caught the ball, took 3 steps, dove for the end zone. It's a catch. But we got screwed. And guess what happened? We couldn't go back to Seattle where we had already won. Earlier in that year in Seattle, we won there already. So that messed up the Cowboys' chance to get back to a championship game, to get back to a Super Bowl. But hey, no excuse here, right? Whatever. What about the Music City Miracle? The Buffalo Bills, the long-suffering Buffalo Bills, had the Titans dead to rights. Frank Whitecheck gets the kickoff. He runs that way. throws what should have been a illegal forward pass, but he throws a pass to Kevin Dyson. He goes and scores. The Titans get to the Super Bowl. The Bills' long-suffering history continues. But guess what? They got over it. They had to bite the bullet and face it. Well, guess what, New Orleans? Face it. All right? Because if you don't, you'll be on an exposed session again and again and again. You've been exposed as the crybaby frauds that you are. All right? Get over it. I give it 2 games, and they'll regret it, and they'll cancel it, and we'll go back to our normally regular scheduled football program, and it's all be over. But in the meantime, thank y'all for tuning in for 1K Sports Uncut 360 edition. We got more coming, big things coming in the future, guys. Thank y'all so much, man. 1K Sports, Uncut, unbiased, unfiltered, unapologetic. Thank you.